Hey guys, this is the second one of the ankle. We're going to work on the eversion, or going outwards of the ankle. Again, the inversion and the eversion are the prerequisites for motion in the ankle. You need to get that inversion, eversion, which is also known as rotation at the ankle, to acquire more dorsiflexion and plantar flexion, which is what most people want. If they're squatting, people are wanting to have lots of dorsiflexion, so there's no limitation on their squatting, etc. But you have to have that rotation in and out first, okay? So to set this up, you can either do it standing, and we're gonna go on to an eversion bias. So I'm loading here, much harder to do standing with this one, and we're going to use the slant board to show you. But what you're doing there is you're making the ankle try and go outwards, and that's why if you have something to lift up here, it's a little bit easier. So you could even just put some block underneath there, even just a small book to just lift up that end, and then you'd be in that eversion bias. Much less than inversion, but we need some. Okay, so I'm going to set that up on the slant here. So we've got, again, a block with a book. So I'm going to set this up here, make sure you have something to hold on to, and then I can keep my legs straight and I can load. So my stretch tissue is on the inside here, my shortened tissue is on the outside. So I'm going to hold that in, loading into that tissue, holding for up to 2 full minutes. After 2 minutes, I'm going to do my Pails and my rails contraction. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop this up here so it's out of the way. We're going to start to contract that tissue outwards and up, right? So my tissue here is going to contract and try and push out and up. So I'm going to ramp that up to my greatest, safest effort. 20, 40, 60, trying to plant that foot and bring it out. 80, greatest effort. Once you get there, hold for 10 seconds. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that contraction go and go into your rails. So my tissue is going to contract out and up. So I'm going into the stretch more. So this stretches more, but the tissue on the inside, outside here is contracting up and out. Hold for 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let it relax. You can then load more. So you could bias yourself this way a little bit so that I'm getting more through the tissue here, and repeat that. As with any Pails and rails, this is going to make your tissue a bit sore. That's normal. Make sure you do some cars after. So our ankle cars are just going into the end range, reversing all the way around, right? Nice and slow control. That's uploading that information. Make sure you go to what your tissue can handle and your load that you can handle. So don't hurt yourself. Listen to your body. As you get more comfortable with it, you'll realize you can actually go higher in your contractions, right? Usually 2 to 3 times a week maximum, till you have that range. And then you can open up that dorsiflexion and plantar flexion, or the forward flexion and extension, okay? Make sure you do the inversion one as well, because we need both rotations, so inversion, eversion, and make sure you do both ankles.